All right, welcome back. It's time for us to meet our personality of the week. Today we're going to be speaking to a lady who is blazing a trail in the area of fashion. Now, she's Velma Owusu-Bempah, and we're going to go a bit into her story and to find out, she comes from a very well-known family, but all the intricacies of the story, I want to try and dig it out. And so let's talk to her right now. Hi, Velma.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to have you here again.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go back to when Mr. and Mrs. Crossland, and the two of you, Ophelia and yourself, were just little girls. Where did you grow up?
We actually five of us.
Okay.
So I'm the third one.
Okay.
Ophelia is a twin to a boy.
Okay.
So we grew up in Matayiko, Russia Road, I would say.
Yes.
Yes. With mom, dad, and grandma.
Okay.
Yes. So mom was always busy because of her business.
Yes.
She's always on the run, traveling. But daddy was always there. We go and come back. And
he was a lecturer, right?
Yeah, he was a lecturer at the University of Ghana.
Okay.
The archaeology department.
Yeah.
Yes. And grandma, that's his mom. Yes, she's late right now. I miss her so much. So mainly, it was grandma that actually, brought us up.
You up. Okay.
Yes, in each and every, the five of us, because my mom was very busy. My dad would go and lecture and come, we go to school. Everything was, a grandma thing.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit. I'm fascinated by what you're saying here. Yeah. A little bit about the value of the generation before, being involved in the generation that's coming up, as in not your parents. But of course, your parents were there and your parents were inputting. But the value of grandma, being part of your grooming and your upbringing.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I think it has really, really played a part on me right now, because this was a woman that he was a little bit strict. Even though he's all out, you can actually have a very good chat with him. But when it comes to house chores, definitely is not left out.
Okay.
I remember at the age of 13, 14, 15, I was washing my own clothes, doing banku,
Okay.
And we had house helps, but that does not mean that you would do the house chores.
You will still do those.
There was no washing machine.
Okay.
You can't go out the way you like. By the time you go out, they'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.
So that kind of bringing up, she would get us ready for school. Yeah, my dad was a little bit strict. He's a professor, he's a lecturer, and my mom too was. When she's around and you're supposed to be cleaning up, like for instance, you should clean up the kitchen and you don't, he's going to beat you up with a ladder.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yes. So that was how. So there was a bit of strictness at home, and at the same time, I would say it's a very good upbringing. Yes, that we.
What was being in St. Mary's like?
Oh, it was a good one. St. Mary's, very close to the Collegono.
Yes.
Yeah, quite a strict school as well. It's a Catholic school.
Yeah,
and I did boarding. I was in the boarding school. It was kind of strict. We were reading, very strict on classes. I did economics, French, and math. Yes.
Was that because you leaned naturally in that direction, or was just the way the system was, you had to just do that?
No, I wanted to be in that direction. But I think when I was in preparatory school, I had that thing with my hands that but I think I didn't take it that serious. So in St. Mary's, I was looking at, going to the University of
Yes.
Ghana. My dad
Yes.
was there, so I really wanted to go through the art classes, art courses. So that is when I did the geography, economics, French, and maths.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I passed, and then
you went on to university. What are some of your favorite memories? Or let me just say, give us one favorite memory from childhood.
Favorite?
I mean, with your siblings, or traveling, or whatever, anything that really, when you think about it makes you smile over and over.
We were cooking a lot.
Okay.
My dad used to bake a lot. Yes, cooking. And then through my time in secondary to uni, I had the opportunity to go out there, travel to work all the time. It wasn't a holiday.
And you
there.
Yeah.
Daddy and mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking at this picture here, I can see the lecturer.
Yes.
I can see the businesswoman.
Yes.
Who do you think you take after more?
In terms of looks or
No, in terms of who you've become.
My mom.
Your mom, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom.
Okay.
She was such a very hardworking.
Yeah.
You can't not even imagine how hardworking she was. Yes. Yeah, it's my mom.
So let's move it up for a bit and say, at what point did you know that? I mean, you said when you were younger, you always had something with your hands. You knew that, you had a gift for handicraft and stuff.
Yes.
At what point did you say to yourself, okay, I've been to St. Mary's, I've done University of Ghana, but I'm going to go chart my own path?
It was after University of Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, as I mentioned in JSS, primary JSS, yes. Vocational skills, life skills, I was always first, and the teachers loved me because everything they give me, I just finished it off.
And it was easy.
But I just wanted to go to, the University of Ghana. My dad was there, and so that's why I did the art. And then I did business in University of Ghana, marketing in University of Ghana. So right after, then my mom had, established a family business before she started before she actually had me. So I had to go and manage the business. And then now I was exposed to the fashion, world, fashion industry, because then I had time to make some trips with hair, fabrics, a whole lot of, customers coming in. I was helping them to make choices, weddings, parties. And so that is when I realized that there was something missing. That whole accessory thing, they come and I want a hat, I want a bag to go with what, and Ophelia was making clothes as well by then. So then I just said, okay, why not? Let me just, go and then study. Then I had started making intricate little pieces for family and friends. So I said, why don't I just go and, better it in a fashion school? So then I went to England, and then I did millinery, bag designing and communication, and then it all started.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it about? I hear, now I don't know how true it is, but I hear that when someone who is a true creator, a fashion designer, touches fabric, there's something that you feel. There's some kind of chemistry that goes on between you and the product, the raw product.
It does. It's 100% true. It does actually inspire you a lot. Because sometimes you get confused. Somebody comes to you and says, okay, it's my daughter's wedding. I really don't know what I want to wear. And then you need to dig into their mind. What colors? And usually I even advise that you don't do exactly the colors that the wedding, the decor colors. So what would be your favorite? I think a mother of the bride should look a little bit soft, so going through the materials and the fabrics that you're going to use to make these actually starts to inspire you. And yeah, it actually plays a role.
I see. Okay, so in terms of the development of your business,
Yes.
How much has Ophelia being in the industry on the clothes side impacted on what you've been able to build, or are you completely separate?
We are. It's two separate brands: Ophelia Crossland and Velma's Millinery and Access. We are two separate brands, but because Ophelia, started started before I did.
Yeah.
And so, because I'm an accessory person, you get to see accessories more when you collaborate. You know?
Okay.
So, luckily for me, she's also,
Right there,
and
yeah.
then, so we do a lot of things. We collaborate and do a lot of things. So, it's more on the collaborative, but our store is in the same, and our studio is in the same space. But we do a lot of collaborations, but I think it's helping both brands.
Yeah.
And is a key.
Okay.
In
Tell us,
fashion.
what inspires you more? For somebody to say, listen, I want 5 pieces of this, make it for me, or for you to, say, listen, I want to create something spectacular.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that whether somebody commissions you or you get an inspiration from somewhere, what the pieces that come out at the end of the day, what do you love more? Because obviously the commission is bringing you money, so
Yes.
It's business, right?
Yes.
I tend to find that commissions pay the bills, but
Yes.
really work of love
Yes.
tends to be things that I come up with myself and create. How does that work for you?
If, for instance, as I mentioned earlier, if a client comes around and so they ask you, okay, this is this is where I'm attending, like this is an event I want to attend, this is what I want. You need to actually talk to the client to know exactly who she is.
Yeah.
Especially the looks. You go through their their mind, and then know exactly what they're actually looking at. And then also, being a professional, I also add on to what I have been taught and then my experience. All right, and then I get a whole lot of inspiration from around, like as we mentioned, the fabric, and then also the look of who the client is. So it's a key in terms of their looks, and then what they are, the event and what they are actually looking for.
Yeah. You said you decided at a point that because you found your love for creating pieces, you would go to school to educate yourself. Talk to us a little bit about the importance of that, because sometimes, especially in our space here, we tend to find that once people discover a passion, they go gung-ho into the passion and start to deliver, as opposed to saying, listen, let me educate myself, sharpen my skills, increase my knowledge, and then come and do this. Talk to us about the reasons why you decided to go educate yourself.
Well, for me, when you discover something, I strongly feel that you should go to school and study more. Because I don't regret it at all. I know I had it. I started even selling, making money.
Okay.
But then at a point in time, I had challenges in, finishing.
Okay.
So going to school would actually make you explore on what you have already. So it's really important. I would say you should go to school and then study more to enhance what
it is you have already. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any work that you've done for any particular client that you always look back at that, finishing that piece and you're just smiling?
Yes, I think almost everything that I have done, because I put so much into my work.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about what I do, so I put so much into it. And one of my rules is that my clients are actually my God.
Okay.
You know, and it really helped, because when a client comes to you, if somebody recommends a client to you, then you should make sure that you deliver and maintain that, you know, clients, and you don't let, because there's so many millionaires out there, but how you take care of you and then your work, your finishing. Yes. So for me, almost all my pieces that have gone out of my hands are pieces that, yes, I would, yeah, work of love.
Okay, so let's try and help our viewers do a bit of a separation here.
Okay.
Give us some clarity. What's the difference, or what would you say specifically a milliner is? What's the full scope of a milliner's craft?
Okay.
In the space of fashion design.
Okay.
What's the specificity of millinery?
Millinery.
Yeah.
Millinery is everything that is being created on the head for a man, a woman, and children.
Wow.
It can be
everything.
Everything. It can be scarf.
Okay.
Like duku.
Yes.
Turban.
Okay.
Hat.
Okay.
Fascinators. Headpieces. Bridal pieces.
Okay.
So everything that you create to cover the head.
Yes. It fits under millinery.
That is millinery.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what's the most intricate piece you've ever done? I mean, like, you were when it was requested of you, you thought to yourself, this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah. It's the last piece I did for the London Hat Week exhibition. That's 2 years ago. A year ago, just before COVID. Yeah.
Okay.
So then I was selected as one of the millionaires, international millionaires, to exhibit at the London Hat Week. And there I was also informed that it would be showcased at the Shard in London. So then, I mean, I knew that I had to like put my all, you know. And so being proud Ghanaian and African, a black woman, I decided to use Ankara.
Okay.
Okay, so African print.
Yeah.
And so it went through a lot of process. It took about 3 weeks to get that done.
Okay.
And the piece did very well out there. It was actually selected as, it was nominated by the British Hat Guild.
Wow.
But unfortunately, it didn't win, but it was nominated, and we got like an international model to wear it. It was on the runway at the Shard, and it was on display at the London Hat Week exhibition.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big one. So who are some of your clients? I mean, like, you know, throw out some big names.
Big names?
Yeah.
Okay. I make pieces. I've made pieces for Samira Baumia.
Okay.
Before, First Lady of Ghana.
Okay.
Jackie Appiah.
Okay.
And then Florence, there's a lady in Niger, Florence I can't remember the second name, but she was one of Etajiwa.
Okay.
Yeah, Florence Etajiwa is also mine. And then Beyonce's mom.
Oh.
She bought a few of my pieces.
As indeed Beyonce.
Not their hats, yes, not their hats, but my purses.
Wow.
And Nicole Parker.
Okay.
Also, and then Bozoma.
Bozoma too. Wow.
Yeah.
You're really international. You see. So, looking at, we're going to come to family in just a little bit. How do you feel about your success? Do you think you're successful? Do you see yourself as successful?
Yes, I think so. Because when I started, I didn't know I was going to get here. It was a very big challenge. At a point in time, I asked myself whether I would make it. Because when it all started with the mother brand, that's Velma's Accessories, millinery, accessories wasn't really a thing here. So it was really hard to, push.
How long ago was that?
That was 2004.
Okay.
There was no social media. So it was like you make pieces for clients and they tell people. And
word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
So it's been a very long one, and it's been my interest, and everything was to go international. And I think in a way we have, and striving to even do more. So I think, yes, I deserve all of it.
Talk to us about family for yourself. I mean, of course, you grew up in a clearly very loving space and all of that. How important is family to you?
Family is everything. It is, right from when I was growing up, as I mentioned earlier, to when I got married. And I have 2 girls now. Okay. So for me, I consider family like one of the first things I look at before any other thing. My girls, my number 1 girls. Yes. So family is, especially when you have one that would always be encouraging you and, go for it, who supports you, not in terms of funds or money, but then with their all, advising encouraging you and all that. But so family, I think we shouldn't joke with our families. Yeah, we shouldn't.
Fantastic. What do mom and dad think?
I think they're proud of me. My dad, going through marketing, business school, and now I've diverted to fashion. Yeah, they're all proud of me. There are times that my dad would say, "Oh, this person came here," and she said, "Oh, they said they saw you here, you did this. Oh, your kids are doing. Oh, Velma." And I think they are. Yeah. They are proud of me. Nice. Yeah.
What about your siblings? I know, of course, Ophelia is in the space with you, but what about the others?
They are all proud of me. All of them. My younger brother, that's Ophelia's brother. And then I have a big brother who is in Canada right now. Okay. My big sister is in the United States. And they all be calling. And we all be sharing, our life experiences on our WhatsApp platforms. Yeah. We've been there for each other. And I think I'm also really proud of them. We are all doing well. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you talked about your daughters.
Yes.
Let's bridge the gap between this and the next generation that's coming. What are your hopes for them? Of course, every parent wants the best for their kids. Any of them looking like they're going to follow in your footsteps?
I've not seen that yet.
You've not seen that yet?
I've not. Because I think the studying is too much right now. So it's all like books, reading, and... But in a way, I wish that how I grew up with, not being allowed to do certain things and go to certain places, I could even impact that right now. But it's a bit difficult, but I'm trying hard. My husband and I, we are trying hard to, do that. But I've not seen that yet. I hope to. I think their hands, but that I think because of the training I'm giving them, they actually use their hands quite a lot at home, chores, and all that. But with what I am doing, I've not really seen that in any of them yet.
Well, still speaking of, impacting the next generation, I know that you've set up an academy.
Yes.
Of course, you won the fashion accessory brand of the year with the Entertainment Achievement Awards. So kudos on that one.
Thank you.
But you mentioned back then when I paid a visit to your place, that the academy was coming up.
Expanding.
Yeah. Talk to us about that side. Because I'm seeing a very interesting cross between what mommy is doing and what daddy is doing.
Yes. So let me start it from the mother brand again. Velma's Accessories started 2004, and so when we got started, there were so many, and then I started with social media, I think 2014.
Okay.
And so when people started seeing the work, my amazing work, and so they'd come to me through DMs, WhatsApp, do you train? But then like I wasn't too sure about myself, I thought I should make more mistakes, correct myself. And I was now building my family, the kids were, growing. And so physically, mentally, and everything, I was not ready.
Yeah.
Until 2018,
okay,
I did my huge collection. And that's when I launched my men's hat, And by then, interestingly enough, all my work has left me. These young girls now, anyway. They all left, and then my assistant, my production assistants had gone for a maternity leave, so I was alone, totally alone. So I was working from home, still taking care of family, and I come to work, running the office, everything, basically everything. It was such a tough one, and I came up with about 150 handcrafted pieces, no machine, and that took me about 3 months to get that done. And so I said, no, I'm not going to let this collection go. Let me just launch it well.
Yeah.
And then then I got that, that thing that, no, now you need to teach. You need to impact on other people. So I had the discussion with my husband, my family, and said, why not? Go for it.
Yeah.
And so I started in 2019. 2018. And then 2019, I did a few classes, and then and also I do a few philanthropic work.
Okay.
So I did some collaborations with the Nsawam prisons, with a Fair Justice Initiative.
Yes.
And then also the African Fashion Fund. We trained Kayayo. And then, so after COVID, not after COVID, when we went for lockdown and came back, and so I closed down for some time, and then I thought, okay, why don't I add other arts and craft courses? Let me expand the space, make it very comfortable so that we can do a lot of, the social distancing, and then I introduced virtual classes as well. So yeah, I took some time off the school. I renovated the place. I expanded it. And then so our classes would basically start from classes would start from next week. And so it's a space that has been expanded. And then if you want to do virtual classes, you can also get in touch with us, and then we'll take you. So basically that is it, yeah.
So in terms of applications, signing up for classes, is it open?
Yeah, it's open now.
Okay.
Application is open now.
Okay.
So you can actually sign up. You go on the website, you can sign up. And then also, if you want to teach, we've got professional teachers right now. We've introduced new courses, not just the millinery. We've introduced jewelry making, business etiquettes, and bag making.
Okay.
Yes, and we intend to introduce more courses. And so if you feel you want to, teach in the school, in the academy, why not? You can apply online. Okay. And then also you can apply to take part in the courses coming up from next week.
Okay. Well, how do they apply online?
We have a form. And then we have a direct...
is it a website?
Yeah, it's a website.
Okay.
It's a website. We have a form, and then we've got our number there, which directs us to our WhatsApp lines. Okay. And then we would,
Okay. What's the website address?
It's velmasacademy.com.
Velmasacademy.com.
Yes.
One word. Velmasacademy.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Super. Of course, COVID has sort of impacted us in all kinds of ways. For you, has it been more positive or negative?
Well, I mean, COVID, yes, it was really tough initially, but then you should always be ready to, divert and do something, innovate something. Yeah. So initially, we did face mask. Yeah, I produced face masks. It did very well. And
fantastic.
we did so well, and because I was looking at it this way. I can't let my workers go sit at home. So I was just looking at making
What
sure
can we
that I
do?
get them
Yeah.
paid and then I'm okay. So that's what I used to, and then I looked into the school, expanded the space
Yeah.
because then the fear was, people coming in. So it's quite spacious, very airy, very welcoming, very inspiring.
Yeah. Fantastic. How many people can you take in, let's say you had full capacity?
At a time. Okay, so because it's mainly art and craft, you don't have to take a lot of people at a time
Okay.
because it's basically like a one-on-one
One-on-one,
thing. And then because
yeah.
of COVID,
Yeah.
so we are taking between 6 to 8 at a time.
Okay.
So we have time for our students. Yes.
Super. Thank you. Thank you, Velma. We've been speaking with Velma Owusu-Bempah, and she is the CEO of Velma's Accessories and Millinery. That word always wants to trip me up. but
Millinery.
Millinery. All right, fantastic. Well, just a quick reminder before we go on a short break that GT Bank has brought a new product, and this is for the SME space. So GT Bank SME Credit is here to offer quick loans for people to stock up your shops, to clear your goods, to implement their new business ideas. Now, all you have to do is to simply dial *737*0#. That's *737*0#. Okay, select SME credit and then follow the prompts to access this flexible loyalty offer at an exceptional rate and pay back anytime within the next 6 months. This is good for all salons, schools, consultancy firms, churches, boutiques, hospitality agencies, and many more. And now is the time to grow your business with GT Bank's SME Credit. Remember, terms and conditions do apply. For further inquiries, kindly call a toll-free number. It's 0800-124-000. Guarantee Trust Bank. Why wouldn't you rather bank with us? Thank you very much, Velma. Thank you. All right.